tell people what to do.
You gotta update your flash,
My
Adobe
flash
Flash.
drive
Yeah,
update. Yeah, my
you gotta do
shockwave.
it. Update your Winamp.
Update your flash.
I will.
New Winamp skins.
Yeah,
You
I
need
just
new Flash.
downloaded an Internet Explorer 4.
Nice.
You gotta get that Netscape, dog.
You gotta get Netscape, Internet Explorer. Oh, good.
Fuck Wikipedia. It's all about Encarta.
True.
Yeah, anything you need to know, it's right on there.
On a series of floppy disks.
Sometimes you
Oh, it
gotta
has a
track them down.
CD-ROM.
Oh,
I'd rather see these nuts.
Damn.
Oh, it feels so good to be me.
Joe, you were going to tell a story about the eclipse.
Right.
Oh,
Let's talk. Let's have Eclipse chat at the intro here.
All right. Hi everyone. It is April of 2024, and there was a total eclipse for some people on this rock we call this third rock from the sun we call Earth. Now you're
here.
Frida's interrupting my story.
Sorry. I have
Do you
two
need to
children.
pause?
It happens.
So, like, basically, I was thinking, okay, there's an eclipse.
Hi, Frida. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Bye.
Hello.
My child needed his new underwear.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Don't want to be wearing that old underwear.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Ready. My body's ready for your story.
Okay. So, like, astrology, right? It all depends on being on Earth.
Sure.
Like, so what is astrology for people that aren't on, like, if you're a human born on Earth and you have all of your, like, rising signs and moons and whatever, and the 7 houses and the whatever. Right? What if you, like, get on a spaceship and go somewhere else?
This is literally a plot point of Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert Heinlein.
Joe, are you saying it's fake?
I'm not saying it's fake at all. I'm saying
a related thing in the last not the last, but like the final like real one of the Hitchhiker's Guide series.
Which one was that? Was that
Mostly Harmless, because they discover an what at this point would be a super exoplanet, because they don't even count Pluto anymore, but they discover a 10th planet, and all the astrologers are flipping out because they have to redo everybody's charts.
I do vaguely remember that. It's been a long time since I read the later books. I feel like I read the first 2 maybe twice and have a more solid memory of those.
So is it
but
just
I enjoyed
another
them
layer?
all.
It's just another layer, right? Like, from like a computer perspective, it would be like, okay, well, astrology is a layer, but you need like a transport layer to get to like Mars astrology or Alpha Centauri astrology.
Maybe it's just like a Z axis on the astrology. You know what I'm saying? Just like a whole different dimension.
I don't want to know.
A transport layer, that would be so great. Is like,
I'm unfamiliar with this term.
Oh, it's a networking thing, and this actually doesn't happen at the transport layer, but like that would be totally awesome. It's like, okay, well, we discovered a new planet, but you can just like do network address translation of like relation to the new planet behind your existing chart.
Yeah, you'd have like a proxy address, like a VPN for your original astrology.
It's like, yeah, I'm a Taurus natted through a Gemini.
Yeah, exactly. This is what came to me during the eclipse.
This is like a double whammy of me like blacking out when people talk. It's like astrology and like
this is just network engineering funny times.
I have 2 kinds of no idea what you're talking about.
Let me put it in Ross terminology. So Ross was just wearing a shirt over top of a dystopia shirt, and the shirt over top of the dystopia shirt was what? What was it? Grief? What was it?
Newthrush.
Right. So
Grief is a much better band than Newthrush.
Right, but he kind of like did the same thing I'm talking about with astrology. Like, so it's all like sort of the same language, but sort of transported to a different perspective. But it's like saying the same thing.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
That's what happens in Stranger in a Strange Land. The president is obsessed with astrology in that book and gets his astrologer to try and. I mean, that part might be true. It's been a while since I read it. People's asses definitely get kicked in that book.
Fuck yeah.
But so he's like, I've got this dude who's a problem, and the astrologer's like, all right, well, let me get his like date and time of birth, and he gives it to her, and she comes back with the forecast or whatever you call it, and they're like, wow, this is all wrong. This doesn't even describe the right guy. And then she realizes that the guy was born on Mars. So she's like, well, shit, I have to just do all of astrology again, but as though we're standing on Mars. So like, get me some charts and stuff.
Retrieve me some charts and shit.
I'm gonna need some maps. I gotta learn what the stars look like from Mars. Because like in that regard, it would be the same, but like the stuff that you're looking at looks like, I don't imagine
the angle is different,
right? Like
because
you can probably
Mars
still see
Earth.
like the Milky Way, or not the Milky Way. What's the fucker called? The Big Dipper. You can probably still see the Big Dipper from Mars, but I doubt it looks the same. You know what I mean? Like it's in
a different place.
6 stars or however many it is are right. They're probably in a completely different part of the sky and probably a completely different configuration.
Well, let's say that astrology is true, right? Let's just say it's true. And does it mean if you've transported your own self to a different dimension or planet or just physical location that's not the Earth, how does that affect your original, like, born with information? Like, what forecast do you follow?
I think it would have to be the planet, because I feel like if there was anything scientific about it at all, it would have to do more with like literally your like geographical place and like, I don't know,
right. It has
how
to do with
gravity
like
is pulling on you and
gravity,
how
right?
Yeah, and all that shit.
Altitude.
So yeah, so it wouldn't be like
barometric pressure.
You couldn't like take a package deal
to a lesser
Earth
extent, sure, in the way
take it
that those
to-
things are influenced by the moon, I guess, and us being on a tidal planet.
And also like when seasons are and all that kind of shit. But like you couldn't
Sure.
take that whole package and then transport it to like a
What
different.
people had for breakfast?
Yeah, what I had for breakfast.
So apparently, in
Specifically
a
me.
lot of the world,
What'd you have for
blood
breakfast?
type is seen as a personality indicator.
Interesting.
As somebody who is traveling to Japan in the near future, I remembered that I knew that as a thing in Japan, and that's why, like, if you play old JRPGs, sometimes the characters will have a blood type, and that's just a little bit of content for the Japanese audience that knows, oh, that means that this person's personality is like kind of this way and this way.
What's your guys' blood type? Is that weird?
I have no idea.
To the cloud?
I don't think anyone cares.
I want to know. I want to know my friend's blood type.
That's totally a question that a AB positive would ask.
I'm O negative.
Did you guys see my good joke about being a dad again with the dead again cover from Type O Negative? It was good. It was a good joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
We wrote that joke together.
Yeah, we did write that joke together. Yeah. Zhang was like, "Oh, you're dead again," or "Dad again." I was like, "Oh, dead again."
When I lived in Newark, we had a "Do Make Say Think" poster on the wall for the album "Goodbye Enemy Airship." The landlord is dead. But someone had crossed out the E in the word dead, so it said the landlord is dad, which was funny because that was the case. The landlord was one of the people who lived there's dad.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Good real life sight gag for sure.
That's a good real life sight gag.
We love a real life sight gag here on How to Kick Flip a Horse, the show that you are watching, and the show that we do with an intro that sounds. Fuck, I changed my shit around earlier, and now I don't know where any of my stuff is.
Oh no!
Shit around.
Wait. Oh no, it's under the.
Let's sing the song.
I just.
I kind of want to hear the absolutely incorrect song that we would come up with, having heard this song only hundreds of times. But,
I'm loving it. Goes like
Yep,
this.
that's it.
I'm right so far.
Joe, you're not standing.
I'm on my phone. I can't.
I will not stand for this.
Joe.
Oh,
stand for the intro, kneel for the
Oh,
outro.
hell no. What's up, dog?
Sorry. When I'm
oh
on,
hell no.
when I'm on my phone, I can't stand. I'm sorry.
Oh man, you know what, Jim? Grief might be the better band, but their fucking music isn't anywhere anymore, so hard to listen to.
Huh.
Anyway,
Well, I will have
Weird.
to look through the limited number of CDs that escaped my most recent basement flood, because there was a cardboard box down there I forgot about, and see if I have any Grief music.
yeah, got the first three, but
You know what my favorite Grief song is?
what is it? I like that
Is
one.
that drop B?
It's the sad trombone.
Mine's Taps.
Oh, I
The
get it,
most-
because Charlie Brown says "good grief," and then like his teacher makes that sound when they talk.
Because it's the
that
sad
the
trombone.
joke, Jim?
It's not a sad trombone, it's a grief trombone.
Oh, is that a grief trombone? Like at a funeral?
I mean it's to mourn the loss of a good idea.
I
Did you
actually
guys
kind of
play
want to have
that?
a trumpet at my funeral,
No,
just
that's
as
Taps.
"Don't hold me, I'm scared." Don't hold me, I'm scared reference, but
I do want to put that specific trumpet noise in my funeral now. If,
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dearly beloved,
They lower you into the earth.
ceremony's
good.
over. Go home.
I want
He
to put
did.
the road runner running away, like wappity 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 music as they drop me into the earth or something.
I think I want to be shot from one of those like t-shirt cannons at the like stadium.
Yeah.
Or be shot from like a t-shirt cannon into like the faces of my loved ones.
isn't there like
Well,
a
hey, Ron.
kind of like not worth the read, like long form Esquire or Vice or something article about how like Hunter Thompson's friends smuggled his corpse into like a cannonable place, since his last wish was to be shot out of a cannon, but it was mad illegal.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
I
pretty cool.
I feel like you're about 70% right. He had a cannon on a tower on his property that he had constructed specifically to have his ashes fired out of after he died. But there was some hullabaloo about whether he was allowed to do that or not, because I feel like he, whatever
Give a
people
shit.
were in earshot were like, please don't shoot a cannon.
Right.
And then, his friends did just go and do it anyway. They were like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many real friends he had, but he certainly got Johnny Depp in on it, apparently.
Cool.
Well,
Johnny Depp.
Which I just assumed that like Johnny Depp is not a real anything.
not all of everyone's friends are cool.
Yeah. Also, you do enough drugs, you kind of stop having your radar for good things.
Sure.
Actually.
There's the Hunter S. Thompson, the Conan O'Brien Hunter S. Thompson interview where he's like out at the ranch or whatever, and they're shooting guns, and at one point the camera pans away quickly from Conan over to Hunter, and he's just standing there going blah blah blah, and then it pans back to Conan and he goes, "That man was holding a machine gun 30 seconds ago." Like, damn, Conan, that's the funniest you've ever been. And probably ever will be.
Oh, I like
what you probably don't realize is that, like,
Conan strikes me as, like, he's like a really funny, like, 5th grade teacher.
No, he wrote a lot of funny stuff on The Simpsons, like a
Yeah,
lot of good stuff of the
Yeah.
early '90s Simpsons. That, like,
He's
Sure.
so fun.
And like, I guess
Conan to
I gotta be honest,
genuinely funny
I
person.
didn't really watch The Simpsons then either.
I guess like Saturday Night Live too, although like nobody has ever done like their best work on that like shit show, but like
Right.
there was at one point like I think him, Bob Odenkirk, and Robert Smigel all working for it at the same time.
Yeah.
So probably like some of the better moments of it came through him.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that he worked on good episodes of The Simpsons, but I can't summon up any of them.
Yeah,
He's the monorail. He wrote the monorail episode.
I think I did. I think I
Wow.
did know that one. I don't
Monorail.
really remember the
Monorail.
monorail episode. I know there's a monorail, and I know there's like a song about the monorail, but I don't really
just
remember
sang it a
anything
little
else
bit.
about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that
Monorail
was what
salesman.
jogged that memory.
So speaking of Bob Odenkirk, my
Yeah.
my wife was talking about Better Call Saul, but she couldn't remember
It's
Saul's
good.
last. Yeah, it is good, but she couldn't remember Saul's last name for a second, and I was like, "It's his last name's Lawyer. His name's Saul Lawyer."
Saul Lawyer.
And then I was like, "Yeah, you remember Breaking Bad, or his name's Walter Bad?"
Walter Bad.
I've never known what Bruce.
I'm the one who's bad.
I've never known what Bruce Willis's character is named in Die Hard, and I've just always called him Die Hard.
Sure.
He is Die Hard.
Sure.
Like, remember when Die Hard pushed that guy out of the building? That was sick.
Yeah, it's sick. When he like
It's-
shoves the chair down with the explosives. Die Hard's
Yeah.
really cool.
Remember
He's
when
really
Die Hard
cool,
walked across the ground and spilled the burnt glass?
Steps on all that glass.
It's
Come on,
actually
Die Hard.
D'Angelico Hard.
Remember when Die Hard and Pulp Fiction
D'Angelico
were in a taxi
Hard.
in the third one? Oh.
Remember when Die Hard stabbed a guy with a samurai sword?
Did Die Hard do that?
He's just Die Hard in every movie.
In every movie.
Did we already do? Remember when Die Hard punched that guy in the dick?
Oh,
Which one?
No, because that's RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Oh, he shoots that guy in the dick, though.
Remember when RoboCop drove through that mountain?
A callback to before the recording.
We do one every episode.
Perfect.
Yeah,
For the
fuck audience.
Patreon.
You don't get to understand me.
For the
Why
Patreon.
should you be
Yeah,
special?
if you donate to our Ko-Fi at, I don't know, I actually did just add tiers to our Ko-Fi, and I'm going to keep saying
I've been adding
Ko-Fi.
tears to it ever since you started pronouncing it Ko-Fi.
If they didn't want me to say Ko-Fi, it shouldn't have a hyphen.
They said that that's how it's pronounced, which is really.
I don't care. They're just a
Frustrating.
company. They have no rights in my mind.
They tweeted that they're like, yeah, that's how we pronounce it. It's Ko-Fi.
Oh wait, they agree with me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Tight.
Yes, which is fucking ridiculous.
Oh,
Once again, I was right all along. That'll
Why is there a
teach.
thing of coffee then?
That's some
Huh?
egg on my face.
Buy me a Ko-Fi. Anyways, what I was saying
coffee
was
bean?
I added
A coffee
tiers
bean?
to the
Coffee bean?
Ko-Fi today. You can
Coffee
now
bean?
join the Ko-Fi for $1 a month or $5 a month. $1 is just out of the goodwill of your heart, and I've resolved that if people join at the $5 tier, I will read their names on the show.
That makes sense.
And I guess if they want to put like a link in there too, I don't know how much stuff you can type in when you sign up for a Ko-Fi membership, but depending on how much stuff there is, type it in there and I'll say it. If it's as long as it's not some whack nonsense.
I'll send trading
Wackadoodle.
cards if you like trading cards.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Ross will send you trading cards if you join for just $5 a month. And I know no one really watches this, but it's worth saying it on the show. $5 a month basically is what we pay for one each of YouTube Premium to host the show and Roll20 to like make the show work.
We only need 2. We only need 2 subscribers at this point.
Yeah, basically. I mean, so I don't know. We have the advantage of very low
moms
overhead.
of anybody who is on this who are watching right now. What do you want to do?
Get your mom to give us $5 a month, and we'll read her name on the show. That would be really sweet.
It's a perfect Mother's Day gift, really. It's only a month away.
Yeah.
This Christmas, give her English muffins.
You're the boss.
Who's the boss now?
Give her English muffins. Oh man, my child just took the most hugest heinous shit right now.
Welcome to your Patreon.
Welcome to the show.
How can like an 8-pound child take a huge shit? Like
it's just because it's only liquid. It's only liquid inside them.
Do you need to like take care of that? Do we need to, we can pause if you need to.
No, I will very shortly. She looks like she's not done. So
she looks like she's not done.
That's like the repeat father right there.
she shits like, so bad it knocks Joe off the internet.
Going to shit based on like I don't know, like pheromones or whatever.
Well, she was sleeping and she woke up and now she's like she's like not comfortable yet, which means there's just more shit coming out. So
wow. Well, I guess while your child finishes defecating, welcome to the show. Tonight we're going to be playing Cloud Empress. I know, once again, it looks like we've got the full Wednesday night cast, but I want to finish this starter adventure so that we can more easily transition into the sandbox with this group. And here I will read the credits. Cloud Empress is from Worlds by Watt, who can be found at worldsbywatt.itch.io. The game, the graphic design, and the layout are by Watt. The illustrations are by PB Beta, Garin, Imogen, and Juan G. Editing and development is by Leahy. Additional development by Christian Sorrel. I hope I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying all these names right. And sensitivity editing by Monroe, Soto. Mothership RPG is from Tuesday Night Games, who can be found at mothershiprpg.com. And the rest of these I'll read at the end because they're not relevant yet.
Can I add that I hope you're saying any of these names right?
Yeah, that's fair. I hope that too. Nice. It's pronounced wait. But yeah, so that said, when last we left our group of Cloud Empress freaks, we were boarding the Bean Barge. We had already boarded the Bean Barge, and you guys had stumbled onto a bit of a harrowing scene. Mm-hmm. Would anyone care to recap that? Anyone remember what that was?
Well, there was blood everywhere. There was blood everywhere, and there was somebody standing with a weapon.
There was someone seated with a weapon.
All right.
You gotta be comfy when you're doing that. When you're brandishing.
Well, the other thing about this person is they've got an arm off. Their left arm seems to have been severed in some way, roughly, a couple inches below the shoulder. And I believe you guys made rolls to determine that it's pretty apparent that without immediate medical attention, this person's death is imminent.
Huh. Help.
And with that, I suppose we should also introduce the gang. We'll start with Ross. Who are you playing?
Oh, I'm playing. Oh man, how do I say this name? Damn. Foom. I'm playing Foam. Help me out here, Zhang. What's the name of that record?
I've been saying Thoom.
Thoom Caya.
Thoom Caya.
Oh, I've been typing it like what I just said, typed into the Zoom chat.
Oh no, it's an F.
It's a F. Okay, cool. I'll change
Yeah.
that. Little retcon.
Start with
I
an
like
F or PH.
An F.
I like
It's
that even more.
It's got a pretty specific spelling actually. If you want me to hit you with it at some point, but
Yeah.
it's it's Fuaim. Thoom Caya.
Fuaim, and that's pronounced Foom. Okay. And
Yeah.
Caya is Caya?
No, Caya is Catha.
Yeah, go ask
Okay.
Oipoloi about the spelling of that.
Yeah. So anyway, she is like she's a courier. She is like she's like a younger teenager person. She's got a banjo. She's been a traveling band. She's also sort of not really into her traveling companion so far, but you know, we got some time.
It's been like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Since you all sort of just decided to become a gang. Oh, Mr. Kelly.
He's screaming at the door. So it's just
Ah, who wants to come on an adventure?
yeah.
Buddy.
You guys finish the intros. I'll be right back.
For
His name is
sure.
Rollo Tomasi.
Roly Tomasi.
Yep.
All right, so that's Thoom Caya. Next we got Jim.
Well, I think this is the voice I was doing last time.
Close enough.
I also had grindcore band practice last night, so I might be a little scratchy. But yeah, I play Hey. Just Hey. Not a smart guy. Kind of a strong guy, kind of a fast guy. Carries a firearm. And so I'm a singer. I have a beautiful singing voice.
Just like an angel.
I love it.
Excellent. We also got Joe.
I play a guy named Bark. If I remember properly, I'm a dickhead rich kid, lordling.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the lordling gutter bark.
Yes, and I make people uneasy, and apparently I'm good at blades dueling, but I'm polite, so I'm good at etiquette, and
sure.
I'm a wild thopter pilot. You can call me Maverick. And
don't know if anyone will.
I think I ruined the family business, which is pretty hard for a rich kid.
Although I think, like in the scenario in which we're playing, everything is already pretty ruined anyway.
Yeah, so I ruined it even more by being a dipshit, and now I'm like basically kicked out of the family and out on my own for the first time ever. You're like 13.
You're forced Rumspringa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get kind of a minus the like ninja training. I'm imagining sort of like a Damian Wayne, like a kid who's like that sort of like viciousness of being that age of a child mixed with like suddenly too much responsibility and not enough empathy.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a Harmony Corinne character mixed with
sure.
Holden Caulfield.
You could probably just say like Harmony Corinne himself.
Yeah, sure. True. Holden Caulfield with a knife.
Yeah.
Love it.
90s Holden Caulfield.
He probably had a knife. He probably had a pocket knife. It just like wasn't a thing because it was just assumed.
Right.
Because you have to open like cans and shit. It was like the 40s or whatever.
You're not wrong. And finally, we've got Ben. Ben, who's just remembering.
Forlorn John over here. Oh my god. You don't need to know anything about me, because here's the deal. I died. I died from eating cheese was all I wanted. And it's the only thing I crave. And it will kill me. And that's why I'm sad. You see the problem? It seems so simple, doesn't it? Just enjoy other things. Would be nice.
Can it be that things were all so simple?
Beautiful. Beautiful. He has a beautiful voice. He sings about my fate.
Voice of an angel.
Your fate. Yeah, total voice of an angel. I love that. I hope there's more Hay singing this episode.
Every episode.
But first,
we'll have some singing.
Well, I hope it will come up at a plot relevant moment.
You keep hoping, buddy.
But speaking of plot relevance, we are currently in the observation room aboard the Bean Barge, which is a sort of ancient airship in a pretty obvious state of disrepair that these folks had boarded on their way out of the cloud city called Delta, or Delta City, Delta Cloud. I don't really know. The one called Delta. And they were given free passage because some lordling had already basically hideously overpaid to board. And it appears that lordling here is the person sans arm, sitting on a sort of couch. And the last thing, the only thing they said to you all before losing consciousness was, if the palace sent you, you're too late.
Does anybody have any medical training and/or supplies? Who's smart? Who's got stuff?
I got a channel healing, but it kind of uses some of my. It basically takes some of my own life and gives it to them.
I will gladly trade you away.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to do that, actually. All right, so I don't really know how the spellcasting works, but...
Would I know who this is as a lordling?
I'll let you roll for it. If you can give me a relevant skill or something like that.
I would say etiquette, because I would know all the families or whatever.
Sure. Cool. Yeah, I'll take that.
How do I roll in this dang thing?
You want to roll under your skill percentage, I believe.
All right, so I want to how does it work? Spells upon...
Or no, so you just roll... Okay, so it is a little different in Cloud Empress. Sorry to cut you off, Ross.
No, you're good.
I believe on the... Here we go. On the player's aid in the Roll20 window, you should be able to find that PDF. But to make a check, you roll 1d100 and attempt to roll lower than your most relevant stat or save. So having it as a skill just gives you advantage on it.
All right, so I need to roll like a 49?
Yeah, so if you want to roll etiquette with mind, let's say, you're going to roll with advantage a D100 to try and get under what your mind stat is.
Ooh, that's not going to work, but let's do it. I failed horribly.
Well, do it again. You get advantage.
Hello. Tell me your name, unconscious lordling. I don't know. I think you said his name is Slim Jim.
You do remember that Small Onion, the person who gave you passage on board the Bean Barge in the first place, the first mate of the ship, mentioned that this lordling's name was Lace. Didn't give you any info about where they hail from or what the purpose of their voyage is. Certainly did not mention anything about them having a bloody stump where their left arm ought to be. You do also remember that Onion asked you guys for your weapons when you boarded.
Right.
which means that either the lordling gets special privileges to carry weapons, or this weapon was smuggled on board.
We've got 2 lordlings with us, so it seems somewhat less likely that like all lordlings would, unless like, you know, maybe just extra fancy lordlings can break the rules. But
Hey, can we come down here?
Oh yeah, I got a kid incoming. Sorry. And then
Yeah, pausing.
should I explain the dork?
So we've determined that model trains are dorkier than, ham radio and fantasy baseball.
I don't know though, because there's like a lot of regular people who do model trains. You know what I mean? The bottom list.
What's dorkier than just being a regular person?
Fantasy baseball, it's pretty dorky, but like
Fantasy
model
baseball's-
trains.
Fantasy baseball, I don't. You have to see how dorky it is.
Ham radio is
It's
really
wild.
dorky though.
Ham radio's down there, and then
What I'll
below
say
all
with-
of it, the very bottom level of dork hell is like Civil War reenactments.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a really like that. I agree with. That takes a really intense level of specific dorkiness.
Yeah,
I feel like you
Um,
could inoculate society of several serial killers if you just got rid of Civil War reenactors one way or another.
it'd be like history,
Sure.
like high school history teachers and serial killers.
Yeah, which are usually the same unless
And
they're
you
like
make them fight each other, but for real.
all right, well,
Yeah,
now I'm rethinking my my uncle, who's not a blood relative, from, of course, everything that I say from the break. But my uncle, who loved the music of John Philip Sousa, which brought in a lot of this like dork comparison stuff, at least as far as I'm concerned, also did some Civil War reenacting. So maybe he was actually a pretty
Damn,
big
he
dork.
was that dude. He was exactly the dude from Ross's off-stream joke. Amazing.
Yeah,
this is incredible.
His favorite Weezer album was the 4th one,
Oh no.
wait, what's the third one?
the Green
The
Album.
Green Album.
Oh, so the fourth one.
The one after the Green Album, whose name I don't even know.
No one knows. It goes.
And then kind of every single one after that.
It goes 3 pretty
The
good
one
albums,
with
and then
the racist sexualization of Asian girls.
That's the
That's the
second
second
one.
Oh,
I
Maybe,
was like,
uh,
oh no,
maybe
I was like,
just
oh
like
no,
these
where's this
are-
sentence going? And
okay.
then I was
That's a
like,
good
oh
one,
yeah,
Jim.
songs from Pinkerton.
I think
yeah.
that like the deepest like ninth circle of hell of like sour dorkdom is probably being Rivers Cuomo.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
not wrong. He locked himself in a closet to write the first one, I think.
Really?
Didn't
Someone
the
told me
bass
that.
player write it, and then they made him sign an NDA to say that he like would never talk about who wrote it?
I
Yep.
don't know.
Matt Sharp.
Well, I love that the show is now a Weezer conspiracy podcast.
I heard Kurt Cobain really liked it.
Sure. I mean, it's a good album.
Podcast?
So, welcome back to Wake Up Weezer Sheeple.
Wait.
Welcome back to Throw Out Your Hash Pipe.
Welcome back to My Name is Joe Zhang.
Welcome back to unraveling the sweater of conspiracy.
Wow. Undone
knows about
the Weezer
the
conspiracy.
show?
What'd you say, Ben?
Kurt Cobain knows about the show?
Yeah, from Beyond the Grave. His ghost actually was our first Ko-Fi subscriber.
Yeah. I was doing a lot of astrology and I got to talk to him.
That good Ouija board astrology.
Is that even on here?
What?
Is that from before we recorded too? Sorry.
Was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Doesn't matter. Our viewer thinks on their feet. And speaking of thinking on your feet, how are you guys going to keep this armless person from dying, or are you going to just let him die?
I'm gonna do channel healing, which is a little more complicated than I have the hands for.
Sure. You got to consume chalk.
Yep. So I'm gonna
Let's
chew up some
see.
chalk and spit it
Spells.
back
Chew
out.
it up. Great.
It's I think
To
it
cast a
says
spell, sprinkle, toss, or ingest at least one stick of chalk. Using additional sticks of chalk increases the spell's number of targets, range, and or duration. Recite the spell's words, take 1 stress, and make a heart check. If you fail, take 1 stress and roll 1d10 on the miscast table. If you roll a critical success, your spell is cast as if 1 additional stick of chalk was used to cast it. That's pretty cool.
So I don't know the words to it though.
Just make them up.
Okay. Well,
Chalk.
have you
Chalk.
I got fuck, what is it? Oh man. I was trying to remember the words to hash pipe.
I got my big cheese.
Oh my god!
I'm on Wichita. Oh wait.
Go to Wichita.
There you go.
It would have been cool if Weezer's third album had sounded more like the White Stripes.
It does change it. Yeah.
True.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you've recited the spell's words. Now you got to take 1 stress and make a heart check.
All right, take 1 stress, and then I make a heart check, and what's the 3d10? There's like a 5 on the chart, but I don't know what this thing is.
Say what?
So there's like on that chart about spell casting.
Chart about
sorry.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
It says 3d10, and then it has the number 5, but I have no idea what that's referring to.
That's a pretty good question. Maybe sticks of chalk?
Oh no, never mind. That's what.
No.
When I roll the no, because it's just 1 chalk cost. No, it's when you roll to see what you randomly get. It's if you roll a 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
Oh, right. So like when you were determining what spells you had. Got it.
Anyway. What are we doing here?
Heart check.
Eat that chalk.
Let's do the heart check. So yeah, so I got to roll under a 44.
Sounds about right.
What do I roll? I'm sorry.
D100.
D100. 100. Oh, fail.
All right, so you're gonna roll on the miscast table, which will be a D10.
Six.
All right. The effect occurs, but a random target is affected.
Oh.
Interesting. Let's read the channel healing. Targets an adjacent character absorbing their pain and illness. Okay, so they do still have to be alive. So we have...
Can I absorb Forlorn John's pain?
We'll see.
We just call him regular John now.
There is the armless lordling, and then the 3 other people who are not casting the spell. So Ross, go ahead and roll me a d4, so we'll say Ben 1, Joe 2, Jim 3, Lace 4.
For 4.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Those 2.
Ben.
Thanks. I feel good.
Me.
Oh
no, Joe.
1.
Joe.
Whoa. I can feel it in my penis.
So you're trying to channel your healing, and you eat your chalk and spew it out of your mouth. The powder sort of like it doesn't just like disperse the way like a normal spat substance would, but it sort of congeals into like a orb that goes forward towards Lace and then bounces off of them and floats back towards Gutterbark. And
can I dunk it into Lace's mouth? Alley-oop?
Do you have any chalk on you? And
I got cheese, baby.
How much of your 2-pound wheel of cheese are you willing to eat to try and give yourself an advantage on this?
I'll eat whatever it takes, man. I'll eat half.
Eat it all, baby.
Yeah, I'm willing to deal with the consequences of eating 2 pounds of cheese to save this person's life.
It's just so much cheese. Okay. Well, take.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I got a plus $10 saves. That didn't really help me though, did it?
That would have been good if your save was 54 instead of 44.
Yes. All right, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're gonna take another stress from failing that spell. Also, by the way, don't forget that.
Stress.
Gutterbark, if you want to take 2 stress to eat your entire wheel of cheese in order to get an attempt to deflect this healing orb, I will give it to you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sick. And this is going to come with the regular miscast chance. Like, you still have to make a heart check, and if you fail it, you'll take the miscast as well.
Okay, heart check is a good one for me. I'll do that.
Sick. Let's see it.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
All right. So you take that
the
stress.
The figure that Kurt Cobain died.
You take another stress from failing. Give me a D10 roll.
Okay.
Planeteer. Heart. You just don't eat the cheese.
Pathetic. Wind. Heart. Cheese.
Kwame, famously vegan. Oh, great. 1 and 2 on the miscast table is you are able to fix the mistake at the last minute.
Oh, sweet.
So you will still take 1 more stress, but you'll be able to deflect the orb back at Lace, and I'll let Ross continue to roll as though he had succeeded in the first place.
Amazing.
So you can take 3 damage for each 9 damage you heal.
Yeah.
So how much HP are you giving up? You can it's 10 HP before you take a wound, and it's 3 wounds until you die.
Right. I just in terms of like does this person seem like they're about to die?
Their arm got cut off.
Yeah,
based on the lack of left arm and the sheer amount of blood in this room, almost certainly yes.
I'll go for
their pallid complexion also.
Oh, everywhere.
I'll go for 9.
There's an important artisan.
I'll take
in your arm.
I'll take all 3.
And I'm gonna tourniquet.
So you're gonna take 9 damage in order to heal them. What?
Isn't it the other way? Isn't it the other way? I take 3, they heal 9.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I'll take 3 damage. They'll heal 9.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
I thought you said you'll take all 3. I thought you meant all 3 potential uses of this that you could do without taking a wound.
Oh, yeah. No. I think I can only take 3 damage, and they
it says the caster takes 3 damage for each 9 damage healed.
Oh.
So you could take up to 9 damage to heal them up to 27.
Oh, wild. Yeah, fuck it. I don't want to live. Yeah, let's do it.
I'll make it a true daily double, Alex.
Amazing. All right. Well,
I'm gonna tourniquet the arm socket too, so when they come back, they don't just bleed out.
Sure. Do you want to make any kind of roll to do that? Do you have medicine?
Does anybody have medicine? I don't.
Nobody has medicine. If we had medicine,
you can use these skills untrained. It's just having them trained gives you advantage.
Yeah.
Well,
which means you roll twice and take the higher one.
Would that be a heart or a mind roll?
I would take. In this scenario, I would take mind or I would take speed.
Anybody really good in either of those? Because I'm dumb and slow.
I'm fast.
Dumb, slow kid.
But like, I don't have any stats over 50.
No, me neither.
I don't think anyone really does.
Okay.
My mind's unbreakable. You can't break my mind.
My speed's 38. So.
Never gonna break my mind. Never gonna slow me down.
So wait, should I do that?
I'm gonna keep on thinking.
You can if you want.
Should I do the
Please
is it
cover that.
medicine speed?
I like the idea of Joe doing it even though he doesn't think he can succeed because, you know, what's being a hero if not trying to do something that you don't know will succeed?
Get
True.
out of my way, idiots. Let me try a tourniquet. I've never done it before.
Oh, you could not do it like that, sure.
Oh, I did it.
No, definitely do
rolled
it like that. That's
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do it with
Amazing.
some fucking confidence or don't do it at all.
Amazing. I love it. All right, so yeah, you are able to quickly. Maybe you pull like a ribbon off of your finery, your lordling attire, and yeah, you're able to quickly fasten that around what remains of their upper arm and shoulder, and the orb sort of like bloops into their person, and the first thing you notice is that the bleeding has stopped, whereas the tourniquet in the brief time it was on before the bubble hit did stem the bleeding. It's hard to get something that tight around a stump, I imagine.
Sure.
But you do see the nub sort of start to close over. It looks like a pretty freshly healed wound, but it's no longer bleeding, and with proper care and avoidance of infection, this person will probably live.
Open your nub, you mouth breather. That's a little Jesus Lord reference there.
Nice.
Wait, say
He's
that.
He's a nice guy. I like him just fine.
That was 2 Jesus Lizard references.
Yeah, you gotta say that in the voice of your character.
He's a nice guy. I like him just fine.
But he's a mouth breather.
Say, man. Hey, man. Have you been rubbing your nub? All right, awesome. So, this person that you've previously identified as Lace has healed of their wounds. They have still lost a lot of blood and apparently been in a fight, so their grasp on consciousness, let's say, is tenuous. They could use, I don't know, something to perk them up if anyone has anything like that. Or you could just hang out and be patient. There are other people on the barge that you could go talk to. But that's up to you guys.
John kneels down to the guy and is like, holds a banana in each hand, a red and a white one. Do you know which one's better for you?
They're like slumped back in this like round booth around these little tables in the observation deck, and the sort of orangish midday light reflecting off the toxic cloud barrier below the Bean Barge reflects in pleasantly, and they sort of like open one eye and like take stock of things, but their eye is drawn pretty quickly to the prospect of a nutritious and delicious snack, and with their remaining arm, which has since let go of its grip on the sword, which has clattered to the floor next to them, they indicate that they would like the red banana.
The real Matrix choice.
They certainly don't have the wherewithal nor the means to peel it.
It's like a Donkey Kong.
Oh, you can peel it with one hand. You just pinch.
I guess
just pinch the little land, and then
you just bite the top too.
Open.
Yeah, it looks like Donkey Kong Country in the Matrix.
Adam gives it to them and puts the white banana away, and then looks back to them and sees they're not eating it. They're just holding it and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's insensitive. It's just new to me." Hands the banana back.
Firmly grasp it.
They don't seem to note your transgression, but they do as you hold the red banana closer, which I'll leave it up to you. Does it look like a regular banana inside, or is the flesh also red?
See, I think the flesh wouldn't be red. I think it would be like
beet colored.
orange.
Okay.
Like a
Sort of like a
sort of a
like a
pale
papaya.
orange. No, I don't
Well, I
think
think
it's
we
that
definitely
deep.
need to bust out the D100 to see what it smells like.
I mean, okay, yeah, we can do that.
I am not like trying to drive here. I just love the D100, y'all.
No, for sure.
For the smells.
I love the smell table as well. Here we go. Give me 3 D100.
Is this like a Donkey Kong Country Matrix situation?
Or no, I'm sorry. Give me a D3 and then a D100.
This feels like the right color.
Yeah, sure. I buy that.
Creamsicle?
Regardless of the color, they definitely eat it, and kind of regardless of the smell as well. I feel like people in the Great Hereafter are not so picky. They probably have a broader palate as to what's acceptable for a quick pick-me-up snack, especially following some type of battle. Hit me with a D3, and then a D100, would you? Banana Man?
Oh, that's me. Okay.
Billy Joel himself.
Banana Mancer?
Banana Mancer?
Sounds like somebody's got a new Instagram nickname.
All right, we got a D3 and a 42. So this red banana is, oh God, it's going to smell like a full litter box.
Oh! I don't like that smell.
Hell yeah.
Upon so Forlorn John, upon peeling it. Come on, no, this is all you, buddy.
What is this, durian?
Oh man, yeah, maybe.
Like?
They definitely like wince at the smell, but still like bite it, and no real reaction beyond that. They definitely chew it up and take a few more bites, and as they get to about the halfway point, you can see like the light switch moment almost, where their like eyes come back, and they begin to be able to take in their surroundings again, and they look around at the group of you and realize suddenly that she's not holding her sword anymore, and sort of seeing that it's out of easy reach, in not quite a panic, but certainly a tense tone, looks at you, Forlorn John, holding the banana, and says, did the palace send you? I won't go back.
Listen, dude, like I just saved your fucking life, so how about you start again? A little
like first off, you gotta tell me, what does that banana taste like?
Gentlemen, is this Reservoir Dogs? Please treat the lordling with respect.
I don't know about lordlings. I don't know about any of that. I have hurt myself in order to save this posh motherfucker, so I'm just, thanks would be cool, and then we can get into the rest of it.
Brand, do you remember who just cut your arm off? It wasn't us.
It's true. He speaks the truth.
I remember quite well. So you're not from the palace then?
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do I look like a palace person?
I'm just a simple country man.
Well, I'm a son of a wealthy merchant. I know the palace. What's wrong? What's the trouble?
Give me a... Fuck, where's my character sheet? Here we go. I will take let's see. I will take an etiquette roll
Deal.
I will take a
Etiquette it is.
blades roll. This is for
God
any.
damn it.
This is for any of you guys. Etiquette, blades, and
I got blades too.
I might have blades. I lost my character sheet though.
Oh no.
Never mind. Nope.
Oh,
I got
and I would take medicine as well. Any of those.
plant identification, so there you go.
I have drinking.
We can roll with
Not
advantage.
quite.
Right?
If you have
We
the
can-
skill, yes, roll with advantage.
All right, I get to roll twice for etiquette. Then I got it on the second one.
Amazing. So, with an etiquette roll, let's see, how do I put this? Upon identifying yourself to this lordling as similar as royal kin, if you will, you know that the lordlings all have like a very elaborate and very subtle sort of system of not communication, but like call it like signifying. Like you can tell stuff about another lordling just from their style of bow. Like you can tell that someone's from Delta City versus Kappa City, or like you could guess that, you know, based on a salute, even though it's always like pretty much the same among the various little splintered military factions and the expeditionary forces. Different places have different ways of doing it, and you notice that while this could be explained by them recently having had an arm off, this lace person has not done any of these.
So I noticed you have a Harvard tie.
Harvard through and through. But let's see. Does anyone want to try any of those other roles that I said? Medicine or I mean, you can roll. Anyone can roll any of the skills. To have the skill just means you get advantage.
Hey, Ivan.
There's not a like a number value associated with it or anything.
I'm gonna try blades then.
All right.
Hey, Ivan. I have street savvy, which is good to tell if somebody is like faking it or if like offering you a bad deal. So
interesting. I'll take it. Yeah.
When Lace answers anybody else, can I just like if they answer anybody else, can I do a street savvy to see if they're lying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's a decent roll.
Two is good on, and that was on blades.
Yeah.
2 is good.
You notice that in various places, like on their hands in particular, and around like the neckline of their garb, there is prominent scarring, as though they have been subject to many blade wounds in these areas.
Whoa.
And that is something that kind of everyone would know is not common to lordlings. Like while they duel, they take great precautions to preserve themselves, to you know, make it performative more than like to the death, though they do often get out of hand and go to the death.
Sure.
Let's see, what else can I tell you? Yeah, that's I'm gonna say that's it for now.
Cool.
Did they answer a question from anybody, like verbally?
What was there a question asked of them?
Not yet. I don't think.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn.
Do you know Paul Atreides and did he stab you a lot?
I have heard of the Atreides from let's call Zeta City, but I've never met any. No, this was This was all a terrible accident, I'm afraid. I am in a bad situation.
How do you cut your own arm off?
Well, pretty good question. With
One more question before I go.
Thoom, with your successful blades roll, I will tell you that that you can tell that this wound to her arm was there's almost no way that this was self-inflicted.
Okay.
Barring her having like set up a sword in such a way that like if she rigged it up to a Rube Goldberg device that would swing it at her to like chop through the arm, like maybe.
The most impressive suicide of
Well,
all time.
friend, let me ask the obvious question, just so as we're all on the same page. Which palace won't you go back to? There's a couple D100. I actually rolled under every stat that I have for both of those to see if she lies or not. So.
Amazing. Awesome. Hell yeah. She grits her teeth and looks at you and then looks at the rest of the party and basically through her teeth says, Delta City. Hey, you can tell that this is not true. I think
so
if she was from if she was from Delta City, Gutter Bark would know her.
Yeah, where's the best pizza
I'm not going to
place
say
in Delta City?
anything to her, but I am going to like turn to the other members of the party and do like the little head shake and eye roll.
Sure.
Hey, Lace, where's the best pizza in Delta City? Where do you go?
Oh fuck! It's Big Oregano's.
Oh yeah, Big Oregano's. I love it. Remember when little feta GD opened up the second pizza shop down on the boulevard?
It's been a while since I've been to the boulevard, I have to say.
There's no boulevard.
Oh.
I'm gonna
You've caught me out.
I'm gonna I don't know if
Reggie's.
I don't know if I should do.
I knew I should have said Reggie's.
I'm gonna
No, that's a real place. Big Oregano's. We called it Big Reggie's.
Oh, I misheard you.
I'm gonna like get down there and kind of like grab him by because he's like pretty not able to do anything right now. I'm gonna kind of grab him by the scruff of her stupid jacket thing and just say like, listen, I just like risk some of myself for you. The least you could do is be straight with us, like. And I can roll wrestling.
Sure.
That's a fellow wrestler.
I'll
take it easy on this here person that's got only one layer of skin over their arteries and whatnot.
That's why I'm doing it.
Ross's entire life has led up to rolling to wrestle.
Wakes up every morning with it still echoing in his dream ears. All right, roll for wrestling.
Roll for wrestling. All right, so I guess 25 is the better of the two.
All right. Give me 1 second to figure out what this fucking place is called. Sorry, folks.
You're good.
Stick with me. Let's try just searching city. Not that one.
Circuit City?
Not that one.
Circuit City.
They got great prices.
Good deal.
Okay, whatever. So getting yoked up and hearing your words and recognizing that yes, you did help them, and out of maybe not kindness, but out of no rational compulsion, let's say. And she recognizes that she should be straight with you, and she says, "Fine, it's Kappa City. The seat of the 29th expedition is where I'm from."
Great. What's that mean?
We got a princess.
Yes, the Cloud Empress. Well, the Cloud Empress is from Kappa City, and I'm sure you know she's gone missing, and they've mounted what's called the 29th expedition to find her, and they've banded together whatever military as many of the Cloud cities will spare to basically go maraud the lowlands. And I'm not into that, so I'm fleeing. I want to go live among the farmerlings and not be in a Cloud City ever again if I can help it.
Are you the Cloud Princess?
That sounds unlikely, and I think that you might be the Cloud Empress. I'm gonna. You want me to roll my
No, I'll say from your previous successful roll, you say it thinking like maybe you're fishing for something, but as you say it, you're like, there's no way. Like the legends of the Cloud Empress, she has her flute that'll she can just do a little tra-la-la on it and people's heads explode and all kinds of nightmarish shit unfolds around the Cloud Empress. Not the type of figure to lose an arm in a unsanctioned duel below decks on a bean barge.
Sure.
She says, if I wasn't in so much pain and so very tired, I would be flattered. The Cloud Empress is cool as fuck. And I must admit that I took some inspiration for wanting to flee Kappa City from those events. Though beyond a meager force, I don't imagine many people will look for me once I'm safely in Tack Town.
Well, excuse me, Empress.
I'm just so tired.
Do
you have any more of those awful bananas?
I don't know. Do you guys have more bananas?
I got some cheese.
Oh, I would. You ate all your cheese. You ate 2 pounds of cheese in one go. Cross that off your inventory.
I have 2 ears of corn that I presumably killed hundreds of people to receive.
Oh my god.
Presumably.
She says that's wildly unnecessary. I don't know if I want conflict corn.
I can give her a little bit of hot cocoa from my flask.
Amazing. Perfect.
That's how you get to eat down in the, what are they called?
The lowlands. Or no?
Those colonels have
down
never
on the farmsteads.
Nobody else knows that it's just hot cocoa in my flask. They all think it's alcohol.
Nice.
Also, I asked this lordling if they have any cigarettes.
She says, check the table over there. There's like a backpack or something. Go for it.
All right. I'm going to roll scrounging in the backpack.
Yeah, do it.
Because I want to steal more things from this person.
Marlboro menthol.
Oh, no.
Almost.
Your
Mavericks.
child like yourself ought not to be smoking, especially when you just been damaged.
Yeah, they might give you dry socket. Get it?
Oh, shit. I forgot to say there's some extra rules on casting stuff if you don't have wisdom teeth.
Really?
Yeah, where did I see that?
As a player or as a character?
I believe as a character.
In real life, dude.
It would be funny to do it in real life.
Well, because I don't have wisdom teeth in the game, probably, right? Because I'm
yeah, that's a good.
like 14 or something.
good point. Magic lives in the teeth. Frightened caregivers pull their children's wisdom teeth young, cutting off magic at its roots. Couriers trade for these teeth. Blah, blah, blah.
That's
Weird.
almost as bad as the real world.
At least they'll let you keep your foreskin.
Roll. Oh, here we go. Roll with disadvantage when casting spells without your wisdom teeth. Well, whatever. You have them. They're still in your skull.
Yeah,
they
they're
just
my
haven't come
skull,
in
it's
yet.
not, yeah.
Great.
Those are my 2 scrounge rolls.
What did you get? You got a
19.
19 will do it. You want to roll on that scrounge table?
I got a scrounge table?
I believe. Let's see. I think it's towards the end of the book.
How many,
That's a
Yeah,
full
what do you
punk band, right?
find? A 19? Okay, give me a D3.
D3. 1.
Whoa.
Now give me a D10.
Oh, alright. 4.
You find 4 sticks of chalk.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I got a chalk collecting bonus thing.
Oh yeah? What's that do?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a skill in chalk collecting.
You just get like an extra stick of chalk or something?
I think it's literally just a skill on the skill sheet.
Oh. Well, do you want to roll the D10 with advantage then?
Yeah, let me do that.
You find extra bottle caps in every container.
Right?
1,
Lucky.
10.
Was it it was
10!
nice, amazing. Yeah, you find 10 sticks of chalk.
That was the scrounger perk.
No one could ever notice those missing. Was it Fallout 1 that had it was like if you had above 5 points in luck, you could go to the casino and just weigh the like rebid max bid button down, and no matter what, it would always be a net positive. Like after a certain number of rolls, it would always give you more money.
Even going back to Wasteland, like probably the first 2 Fallouts, and certainly I think Wasteland 2 even.
Yeah.
You could like just pump up the gambling skill and always win at gambling. But I think in Wasteland 2 they like made it so that you would get like, $1 or 2 every time. But
yeah. And like in New Vegas, they just kick you out of the casino when you win too much.
That goes way back in the Brian Fargo verse.
Cool.
Like there being gambling as a skill instead of a luck, or there being luck as an attribute instead of random.
Right. Yeah, because I know it also governs like critical hits and stuff, but those are not very necessary in any of those games at high enough level or with the right gear. But I always thought that was really funny. You just like put a stack of quarters on the like F4 button or whatever it was to just be like max bid, max bid, max bid, max bid, max bid, max bid. And then you come back after lunch and it's like, all right, 25,000 caps. Fuck your economy, New Vegas or whatever. What was the city called? New Reno in the first one?
Second one is New Reno. The second
one's New Reno.
Everything is like a euphemism, like the boneyard is LA.
Right. The scrap heap, the piss hole.
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Fallout, coming out on Amazon this week.
That's right, Jeffy. Give us your fucking sponsorship.
Jeffy.
Across the screen.
That's right, Jeffy.
We'll talk shit on your new Fallout series.
Yeah, someone give us money to play the Fallout RPG. That would be tight.
Yeah, I would do that.
Hey, you heard it here. Maybe I'll put that as like a higher tier, like the unobtainable Ko-Fi tier. Be like
$100 billion here.
Right, like $700 a month. We'll play the game that you want.
Todd, hey Todd, play us.
Please forward our YouTube URL to Todd Howard. All right. So yeah, you're digging around in this backpack. You don't find any smokes, but you do find 10 sticks of chalk. Let's see here.
Well, you can pretend that the chalk is a cigarette, like from far away.
You could do that if you wanted to. That'd be pretty cool and cool look.
Yes.
But yeah, so Lace is still sitting on the couch here recovering. Excuse me. And after a little bit, she kind of like looks around at you guys again and says, "What are you all doing here? Why did you even come in here? There's like blood and stuff all over the place. What's going on with you guys?"
I thought we were like ushered into this room. I was just kind of following these guys.
For one, I was surprised to see so much blood in the room. And the arm off was just even more shocking.
Sure.
My condolences, by the way. I don't know why I turned into George Bush instead of the like happy.
It's a spectrum, like all things. Well, so she says, "Well, I suppose I just have to thank you. I'm afraid I'm not in the most solvent situation here, but I can in the where is it? It's in the whatchamafucker. What is the room actually called? In the crew toilet, I was able to hide my rifle, my flare rifle.
Wow.
And I think it's only appropriate that I give it to one of you, perhaps you, young lady.
Yeah.
I know I have to say it's a big responsibility for someone of your age. Not to talk down to you, it's clear that you're independent and capable of looking after yourself, and capable of making the hard decision that these strange and harrowing times often call on us to make. And I hope you'll use it as responsibly as someone can in these times.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah.
I go and run and grab it.
Don't you need a doctor or something?
She like sort of looks at the stump and is like, "No, it's not bleeding anymore. I mean, I feel like ass."
What kind of gun is it?
I could use like some juice or something, or maybe I hate to ask so much of you again so soon after you literally saved my life, but perhaps you could find a galley.
Your banana that you won't tell me what it tastes like.
I'm sorry, I thought I did. It's like it's like a sort of a like a pulpy, like a smooth pulpy melon. No, it's like it was more like a very soft pumpkin.
Gross.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I'd eat another one. But they have to have some sort of rations on board, some type of something. Perhaps you all could go find it. Have we lifted off even yet? How long has it been? We have to be close to the lowlands by now.
So, what do you want to like do? Like, what? You're on the land, but you're hiding. Yeah, you're hiding. Where are you going?
Oh, no, my plan is, well, as it turns out, maybe not the best plan. My plan is just get to Tacktown and then play it by ear from there. Try and get a job, I suppose. People have jobs, yes?
That sounds terrible.
I mean, honestly, look, life in Kappa City isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Usually you have to fight in the war.
Right. Well, I didn't have to do that. And even if I hadn't had to fight in the war, it would have been bad either way. Give me, hey, give me another one of them, street savvies. And if anyone else has any relevant skill they'd like to try to,
I rolled over both times. every stat
Dang.
that I have.
That's fine. If anyone else would like to try something to perhaps spot an incongruity, I would take just a plain mind stat.
All right. I
Take
could
a
do.
mind stat.
What you got? A
Drinking.
24? 24? Drinking? I don't know if that'll do it.
I mean, you said roll something.
I said, okay, I'll roll the thing I'm good at.
Drink some.
So I rolled drinking here.
This is
roll
this.
mine.
I want something to sort of notice a discrepancy. We don't have like a
I picked
perception.
up.
We don't have.
My mind is
Okay.
51. I rolled
Great.
a 31.
All right, I'll take that. You're starting to notice that something about this doesn't quite add up. When called on the dishonesty before, they definitely answered it. They fessed up, but it seems like maybe there's a. It's not the story that doesn't check out. It's the frame that doesn't check out. There's a higher order of events unfolding here that this person Lace has perhaps not made you privy to. But how to
Is
get
that
them to
like-
cop to that is up to you guys.
Is that like they are being disingenuous about who they are,
Or they are being disingenuous about their passivity in the situation.
I will say that the way that they reacted to you all surmising that they would be expected to fight in the 29th expedition doesn't track. Every lordling that any of you know, besides probably Gutterbark, is more than willing. Like if it's not like a priority for them, if you go up to your average like braggadocious lordling and you're like, hey, sign up for the 29th expedition, they'll be like, yeah, of course, duh. I've been waiting all day for someone to ask me this.
Sure.
Whereas the idea of Lace fleeing doesn't quite check out. There is something else afoot here.
Yeah, so I thought I was the only one that hated doing anything.
Oh, and again, I will stress this little detail, Ben, with your mind roll. You notice that for their age and reported stature, the amount of scars and injuries, missing left arm notwithstanding, is uncommon for any lordling.
Well, I mean, I might
feel
not
like
be the
maybe
smartest.
this person knew a Lace, thought they could become a Lace. Oh, this Lace!
Did your sensors go off at all?
It's like pumpkin.
Little fancy lad over here.
Well, I tried to discern through my etiquette what type of lordly situation this might be, but I rolled incredibly high on both rolls.
Oh, I see. Well,
I'll give you one more before we wrap up here.
All right, I'm gonna stare real hard and think about all my rich friends.
I'm gonna go get the gun while you're thinking, because that's
love it. Give her the real serious Larry David, like, are you lying glare.
Yeah. Wait, you're not rich. Who are you?
So with a successful etiquette roll, Gutter, excuse me, you sort of you see all these details that I've told you, almost like puzzle pieces to create this mesh of a complete portrait of this person purportedly known as Lace. You notice the scars, you notice the lack of manners, and you also notice the lack of an attendant. Lordlings usually travel with at least one attendant, if not an entire retinue.
Look at these guys.
Us.
Lace, or should I say Kaiser Soze?
Right. Another thing that you know about certain
Bagel Soze.
certain lordling houses, and in particular Kappa, which is what gives Kappa City their power, is they have uncommon access to the technology of the way before, including cloning vats. And some lordlings, the most extravagantly wealthy among them, will have clones of themselves or clones of their children produced and then reared alongside their children, almost as like a living insurance policy. They can be made to fight duels in the lordling child's stead. They can be unwilling donors for organ transplants. In some cases, depending on how wealthy the lordling family is, they can have, up to as many as a dozen of these clones just ready to go.
I like that.
And it occurs to you that might be who you are talking to.
Are you a dud? He's a dud, sister.
She knows this term. This is what the insensitive lordlings call their clones that have the misfortune of developing ambition are known as duds. And she sneers and she says, "Not anymore. Now I am a lordling."
Hell yeah.
And that's where we are going to end our episode.
Nice.
I suppose next time we'll say here that as she utters this oath, you hear the chalk engine a deck or so below you guys kick on, and it seems that the Bean Barge is taking flight. You're setting off from Delta City to go through the toxic cloud cover and finally arrive in the lowlands at Tacktown, where you will all presumably, meet your fortune and or fates upon the lowland plains.
Cool.
Yeah, and we'll do that next time we're all able to convene, probably next week. Thank you guys as always so much for hanging out with me, and thanks everyone at home for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once again, this was Cloud Empress from Worlds by Watt. I'm not going to read all the credits because I read them at the top, but I will read some other credits that I didn't read at the beginning. This banjo music we've been listening to, I'm calling Bean Barge Banjo, and it's a little ditty by my friend and neighbor Matt Wolek, who can be found at Matt Wolek, Matt _Wolek, WOLEK on Instagram. Our theme song is by DJ Yev, who can be found at soundcloud.com/Ayeva Music, which is AYEVA. You can follow us on Instagram at How to Kick Flip a Horse. You can give us some money on ko-fi.com/HTKAH or HITKA, as I say it. We also do Thursday show on Twitch, twitch.tv/How to Kick Flip a Horse. Did I say Thursday?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is Thursday show on Twitch.
To make sure that people knew that it was on Thursdays.
Thursday show on Twitch on Thursday. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And do any of you guys have anything you want to say or talk about or make people go look at on the internet?
Not really. My
Check
band's
out the
playing
Hampshire
my band is playing Roadburn next week, and we're very excited.
Where is that?
That is in the Netherlands, so I assume that's not
Oh
gonna
shit!
get anyone anywhere. But
Hey, you
I'm
never know.
proud of it.
There's Netherlands TTRPG folks.
And
That's
and
cool.
Jim's band's going to Japan.
Yeah. Well, check out both Ross and Jim's bands. They're both great. And
Let's see what they are.
Jim is in Durian and Ross is in
Sunrot.
Quiet Man and Sunrot. Yeah. And I think that's it. Thanks again, everyone.
Love y'all.
Thank you guys for hanging out, and thanks for watching. And where are my... It's always such a terrible mistake to try and move anything around to make it better.
USA.
T-Cat, come around.
Just seem more screaming.
Cat doesn't smell good right now. She got in something.
Cats kind of seldom smell good, in my experience.
We found out how to get into the basement ceiling.
I bring you mildew smell.
Smoke weed every day.
That's a side effect of the marijuana poisoning.
Just flip it, stick it, and see you later. Bye.
We're just innocent, man.
Good night, everybody.